Welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back. That same old place that you laughed about.
Welcome back, Marvel, and boy, girl, did we miss you. The time waiting for new Marvel movies feels like the time inside Inception. Endless, but without the dead wife doing a Freddy Krueger. Spider-Man 3, Doctor Strange 2, 4. Each Marvel sequel is a spectacle, and each new phase amazing. Until now. Phase 5 was alive with truth, justice, and the feminine way. Ant-Man and the Wasp, Ant-Girl, the Wasp, and Catwoman. The Marvels, not even released, but the trailer is a marvel to marvel at. Since Iron Man snapped his fingers, Marvel snapped convention. The man in the iron suit melted down. The Norse bod with the hammer nailed to the floor. The Doctor with no pulse bewitched and beaten up. Marvel knew the future of superheroes was not supermen, but superwomen. Superheroes for the everyman, the everywoman, and the every non-gendered person. Then, a gunshot, a James gunshot, a bullet straight through the heart of Marvel's marvelously modern Phase 5 storytelling. Here's how the Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is a throwback, a shootback to the dark ages of Marvel Phases 1 to 3. The best things come in small packages. In the quantum realm, that's everything. Phase 2 heralded the arrival of a small man with a big heart. Phase 5, a small woman with a big part. Ant-Girl, because an Ant-Man is no longer part of the plan. He's still a dad.
I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just
telling her what to do.
Telling me exactly what to do.
No, you do what you want.
But Ant-Girl does not have antennae.
But I don't want you wasting your life.
At least I'm still trying to do something with mine.
She's in no mood to listen to a man who saved half the universe.
I literally saved the world.
And what do you do now?
She shrinks his ego down to size, and then herself, to become the big woman on campus. Ant-Girl has Ant-Man and the Marvel Universe in the palm of her massive ant hand. A quantum leap forward for all young girls, boys, and non-identifiables watching. Phase 5 brings hope. The Wasp is no longer lost to the Antriarchy. She has built a nest, an empire.
Reforestation, affordable housing, food production. She's not wasting a second.
The CEO of Pym Industries is twice the man of Ant-Man because she is a woman, and women know how to lead.
You're lying.
I lie. A lot.
While she's out making a big difference, he is inside selling his little story to little children. In the quantum realm, the ants become agents, Agent Smiths, and multiply like Batman. If not for the womanly wasp, the manly ant would be lost under a mountain of toxic ant masculinity. She doesn't float like a butterfly or sting like a bee. She slays like a queen wasp. Janet Van Dyne. Or is that Janet Van Down? She doesn't give a damn about no man, even one called Kang. She survived more years in the quantum realm than Andy did in Shawshank State Penitentiary. Papillon, move along. She sees another dangerous mind in Kang, the man, and makes sure this is one prison no one, even the multiple one, can escape. The lady of the power core is at the core of all the action. She's the honey who shrinks the kids, and the clover who cleverly clears the way home. What a woman. Without Janet, the planet of the peculiar would be parts unknown, and this inspirational story,
Meow.
the whole of Ant-Man 3, is a tribute to strong, independent women, showing men, both big and small, the power of super-powered womanhood. Who are the heroes in Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3? Star-Lord, Peter Quill, Chris Pratt. The film is called Guardians of the Galaxy, but yet again a more apt title would be Guardians of the Galactic Patriarchy or Wardens of White Male Privilege. Star-Lord, the Starman, starts off the movie in the slings and arrows of outrageous swallowing. Girlfriend Gamora is gone, thrown into the refrigerator so Thanos could add to his jewelry collection. In battle, Quill kicks more ass than Father Ted. Nebula bent out of shape like a Meryl Streep coat hanger. Just when it looks like he'll join Gamora in the deep freeze, fought out by Adam Warm-Up. He says goodbye to the Guardians, but before the first bubble of the champagne has even popped, he announces he's coming back in the post-credit scene. A twist not even M. Night Shyamalan could see coming. Drax the Destroyer, no longer content with destroying men in the ring, now he wants to destroy women's dreams in movies. No, Drax, you're not invisible. We can see you for what you are. A man stealing the spotlight from Mantis, Womantis. In every scene, he's either Drax the Destroyer or Drax who lacks intelligence. Why is there no longer a place for stupid women characters on screen? Men can play both the genius and the fool. Women relegated to roles in which they are Einstein or Eisenhower. Hollywood, please bring our stupid women back and restore equality to the Marvel Cinematic Universe. By the end of the story, he's not Drax the Destroyer, but Drax the Dad. Mr. Nanny Reborn, coming this fall.
Can I talk to you for a little bit?
I don't talk to strangers.
On appearances, Rocket Raccoon is no real problem. An MCU Roger Rabbit, a smart-ass, kick-ass, furry sidekick who adds some much-needed colour and diversity. Appearances can be deceiving. One quick Google search shows that Rocket Raccoon, Rocky Raccoon, Ranger Rocket is voiced by Bradley Cooper, a man whiter than Alice Cooper. Systemic bias runs deep. It even trickles down into CGI theories. If there's one positive, Rocket has less screen time than Donald Duck. For much of the movie, he's in a coma, dreaming of Lila, his otter girlfriend who, you guessed it, got killed so he could live. The human world, the animal kingdom, one preference, meat and 2 veg. The only role model for modern audiences in Guardians of the Galaxy 3, no, not the one who's already been iced, but a new one who's not nice.
Maybe if you open yourself up to it.
I don't think so, Quinn.
Quill.
I don't think so.
When Star-Lord tries to get his star end away, she blows him away. At every turn, he attempts to win her over, but Gamora, like gonorrhea, is not budging.
I don't think so, Quinn.
There's no course of antibiotics for this. She stays strong and independent, and by the end of the movie, still not moving, in with Quinn, Star-Lord, Star-Lord. You're the one saying goodbye to Gamora, and hello to Grandad. MODOK has a face not even a mother could love, and a body snatched from a Sega Genesis cartridge. Starting out as Darren Cross, the lethal Yellow Jacket, now he's as deadly as a packet of crisps. The mechanized organism designed only for killing should be writing a new job description.
Look at me. I'm such a dick.
Never too late to stop being a dick.
Hasta la vista, baby.
At the end of his story, he turns from MODOK to Darth Darren.
Right about me.
And is full of brotherly love.
You always were a brother to me.
Good night, sweet potato head prince, but good luck getting a head that big in the coffin. He who remains trapped in the quantum realm thanks to Michelle Van Cyberdyne turning the power core into a Pokemon ball. In situ, he assembles a whole army of robots with blue balls for heads. Every day is the same. The Blue Men group flash their blue lightsabers, and the diverse citizenry stand down. Kang the Man, with blue balls, is on top. But the only thing that will give him release is release from the realm. He goes all in on Ant-Girl, the new Wasp, the old Wasp, but it is to no avail. Kang is the one to bang. The Phase 5 Big Bad will be back, but sadly, in all realities, still a man. How do the villains in Guardians of the Galaxy 3 compare? Adam Warlock? What the fuck? Despite all his powers, one thinks Austin Powers, gold member. He looks like Rick Astley if Rick fell into a vat of gold fat.
Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down.
Never gonna give you up is exactly his relationship with his mother, Aisha. She has him on a leash.
Get over here!
And for good reason. If Forrest Gump could fly, he wouldn't be far off Adam. At the beginning of the movie, he takes on the Guardians, puts Rocket in sickbay, and gets his gold ass gutted. He chases them down for the rest of the runtime, but always goes crying home to Mummy until his mummy gets mummified. His final act, saving Star-Lord from Star Wars and leaving gold membership behind to become a member of the Guardians of the Galaxy. High evolutionary, high drama, every scene is an audition for Hamlet.
I did not hit her. It's not true. Bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not.
Okay.
If this is to be the next step in acting, then I'd rather not be. The king of genetic engineering chews up more scenery than Cosmo the Russian dogmanaut. His grand plan, turn every animal into a man. The plan works too well. He unleashes more toxic masculinity than a Bud Light beer commercial.
Hi.
Rocket blasts in with the fix, dial down the testosterone, turn up the estrogen. Utopia is achieved until the world without violence, Counter-Earth, is found to have the same problems as Mother Earth. Counter-Earth is a copy and paste Earth. High evolutionary hits the undo button. After failing to adapt to the Guardians, High Hamlet loses the survival of the fittest and is promptly not to be in the family tree. The villains in Quantummania 4D, Darth Modic and Kang the Bang, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, Adam Warmama, and To Be or Not To Be.
Checkmate.
Quantummania is a quantifiable testament to the power of movies to change the world. Hank's ant colony is now a
technocratic, class 2 civilization. I know socialism is a charged word, but we can learn a lot.
look what happens when the world is forever ruled by a queen. All species in the quantum realm are treated with dignity and respect, even this one.
How many holes do you have?
The Guardians of the Galaxy 3 is a slaughterhouse.
Here's Johnny.
If it breathes, it bleeds, and they bleed like the walls in The Shining. Rocket's furry friends look like they've got a friend in Sid from Toy Story and soon meet their maker. Animal Planet, Armageddon. If Free Willy made you cry, times that by 8 billion. One wonders why there is no disclaimer in the end credits. In the end, it's the end for almost all animal life seen on screen. A handful are saved when it's revealed no other nutjob brought someone to his flying space ark. Guardians of the Galaxy 3 raises awareness of speciesism and then proceeds to annihilate every species that ever existed. Marvel, set your alarm clock. It's time to wake up. Quantummania was a quantum leap forward for the Marvel Cinematic Universe. Strong, independent women heroes, rounded villains, and socialist technocratic ants. Every box checked, every step in the left direction. Guardians of the Galaxy 3, like its music.
So he's an idiot.
Yeah.
Action man heroes, devolutionary villains, and more dead animals than the World Taxidermy Championships. The show must not go on. Marvel Phase 5 must go back to being marvelous. Ms. Marvelous.
Mechanized organism designed only